Hello and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. Today we are going to see Game 2 of the Cubs and Marlins in Miami. The Cubs really need a good performance from their starting pitcher today, as the bullpen is actually quite gassed at the moment, having played 2 consecutive extra inning ball games. The Cubs are going to send Chris Archer out to the mound. He is making start number 28. He is 8-11, 3.35 ERA, 119 whip. He will be opposed by the Marlins' Caleb Smith, who is making start number 29. He is 7-13, 4.79 ERA, 153 whip. The Cubs lineup today will be Bogaerts, O'Neill, Bryant, Ramos, Cabrera, Bradley, Santana, Archer batting 8th, and Tauchman batting 9th. The Marlins lineup will be Monte Harrison, Tapia, Anderson, Diaz, Cooper, Brinson, Rojas, Alfaro, and the pitcher Smith batting 9th. It is 78 degrees and the roof is closed due to the weather today. So I guess this is the reason we have a domed stadium in Miami. Let's get this game underway. Caleb Smith is heading out to the mound for the Marlins, making his warm-up pitches, as we see Xander Bogaerts striding up to the batter's box to face off with Smith. The Cubs are coming into today's game third place in the NL Central, 62-69. The Marlins coming in at last place in the NL East, 52-80. So, Bogaerts stepping into the box. Smith on the mound with the pitch. Grounder up the middle. Second baseman has it, throws over to first, and that is out number 1. Tyler O'Neill now the batter, 1 out, nobody on. 2-2 count to Tyler O'Neill. Popped up, deep right field, going back to the warning track. Making the catch is out number 2. Brinson making the catch there, right up against the wall, and it brings up Chris Bryant. 2 outs, nobody on. Full count pitch to Chris Bryant. And Bryant takes outside for ball 4. So that is a fastball that missed. Bryant heads down to first, and it brings up Wilson Ramos. With 2 outs, 1 man on, 1 strike pitch to Wilson Ramos. Here it comes. Liner into right field. That's going to drop in for another base hit. Bryant rounding second, heading for third. The throw goes to third. The slide, and Bryant is safe. So that is a 2-out single for Wilson Ramos. The Cubs now have runners on the corners with 2 outs, and Asdrubal Cabrera is the batter. He comes up looking at a 2-0 pitch, and that's lined into the gap in right center field. Bryant comes home to score. Ramos heading for third. Is he going to round the corner? Yes, he is rounding the corner and heading home. He is going to score without a throw, as Asdrubal Cabrera has an RBI triple, and the Cubs have a 2-0 lead in the top of the first inning. Jackie Bradley now the batter. 2 outs, 1 man on. 1 ball count to Jackie Bradley. Popped up to left. This may end the inning. Heading toward the line is the left fielder. He makes the catch for out number 3. The Cubs score twice. We go to the bottom of the first with a 2-0 lead. Monte Harrison is going to face Chris Archer in the bottom of the first inning. Here's a 1-2 count. And Archer working with the pitch. Strike 3 called, and that was a circle change, from Archer for strike 3, and now Tapia is the batter. 1 out, nobody on, 1 ball count. Archer with the pitch. Grounder toward the middle. Second baseman has it, throws over to first for out number 2. Archer now facing Brian Anderson. 2 outs, nobody on. 2-2 count to Brian Anderson. Here is the pitch. Popped up to right. Hayward heading toward the line and running, makes the catch, or Tauchman is out in right today. He makes the catch for out number 3. So we go now to the top of the second inning. It is a 2-0 Cub lead. Danny Santana is going to lead off against Caleb Smith here in the top of the second. 3-1 count. Smith working. Outside for ball 4. Santana draws the walk to lead off the inning, bringing up the pitcher, Chris Archer. Nobody out, runner on first. Archer waiting, and the throw goes down to second as Santana is trying to swipe the base, and Santana is out. Alfaro, the Marlins catcher, has thrown out 10 of 33 attempted base runners this season. Archer now batting with 1 out and nobody on base. 2-2 count. Archer waiting for the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That was a fastball. Threw it right past him. And now Mike Tauschman is the batter. 2 outs. Nobody on. 1-2 count to Mike Tauschman. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Tauschman is rung up with the change. And now the Cubs go down without scoring. As the Marlins face the minimum, we go to the bottom of the second of a 2-0 ball game. Archer facing Diaz, leading off the Marlins half of the second. Here's the first pitch from Archer. Line down the left field line. He hit that one against the shift and gets a single for his trouble as he stops at first with a base hit. Garrett Cooper now the batter. Nobody out. Runner on first. Here's a 2-2 count to Garrett Cooper. Archer working. Grounder toward third. Bryant scoops it up. Throws to second. Relay to first. And that is a 5-4-3 double play. So the Cubs infield defense turning the double play, erasing the base runner, brings up Lewis Brinson with 2 outs and nobody on. 2-0 count from Archer. And here is the pitch. Popped up center field. Coming in, Bradley. And he makes the catch for out number 3. So the Marlins do not score. We go to the top of the third of a 2-0 ball game. So Bogaerts, leading off here again in the third inning against Caleb Smith, comes up. Full count, waiting for the pitch. Liner into center field. That's going to be another base hit. Bogaerts stopping at first with a single. And the Cubs send up Tyler O'Neill with nobody out. 1 runner on. Here's a 1-2 pitch to Tyler O'Neill. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Smith gets him with the fastball at 94. And that is his 3rd strikeout of the day. Chris Bryant now the batter. 1 out, 1 man on. Here's an 0-2 pitch to Chris Bryant, and he hits that one a ton. Right field. That's going to clear the wall. Chris Bryant takes an 0-2 pitch out to the opposite field. What a nice piece of hitting right there. 387 feet. Gives the Cubs a 4-0 lead. And Bryant now has home run number 23 on the season, RBIs number 81 and 82. Wilson Ramos now the batter. With 1 out, nobody on. Top of the third inning. Ramos grounds it toward third. The throw goes over to first, and that is out number 2. Cabrera now batting. 2 outs. Nobody on base. Cabrera is 1 for 1 with a triple and 2 RBIs. Here's a 3-1 pitch to Asdrubal Cabrera. That is hit hard straightaway center field. That's giving it a ride, but I believe there's going to be room, and the center fielder makes the catch on the warning track for out number 3. So the Cubs score twice. We go to the bottom of the third of a 4-0 ball game. Archer facing Rojas here in the bottom of the third. Here is the first pitch of the inning. Liner up the middle, that's going to be another base hit. He just about took Archer's head right off of his shoulders. So, Rojas with the leadoff single, second Marlin hit of the day, brings up Jorge Alfaro. Nobody out, 0-2 count, Archer working. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Archer knocks him out with the slider. And that'll bring up a pinch hitter, Jesus Aguiar. He's going to pinch hit for the pitcher's spot in the bottom of the third. Aguiar facing Archer with a runner on first, 1 out. Here is the first pitch from Archer. Popped up on the right side. Second baseman Cabrera comes over and he makes the catch for out number 2. Monte Harrison now is the batter. 2 outs, 1 man on. Cubs up 4-0. There is a ball. The throw goes down to second and the runner is safe. So Rojas has his 17th steal of the season. Archer still working to Harrison, now with a runner in scoring position. Here's an 0-2 count and a liner up the middle. I believe that's going to drive in a run. As Harrison rounds third, he heads home, but the throw comes home and Bradley throws him out at home. Excellent defensive play. Miguel Rojas appears to have gotten hurt on that play, and they're going to have to take him out of the ball game. So the Cubs get the out at home to end the inning. The run does not score. We go to the top of the fourth of a 4-0 ball game. Now, the Marlins are going to bring in a relief pitcher. This is Sandy Alcantara. I believe he has been in the Marlins rotation at some point this season. He's pitching out of the bullpen today. Coming in with 114 innings pitched, he has 48 walks to 76 strikeouts with a 6.16 ERA. He is facing Jackie Bradley to lead off for the Cubs in the top of the fourth. Here's a 1-2 count, and Alcantara looking for the sign, and here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So Bradley heads back to the dugout. He is struck out on a changeup right there. And I'll bring up Danny Santana. 1 out, nobody on. Here's an 0-2 pitch to Danny Santana. Swing and a miss for another strike 3. Got him with the curve that time. So Santana is out number 2, and it brings up the pitcher, Archer. 2 outs, nobody on. 3-1 count to Archer. Inside for ball 4. Archer draws the walk with 2 outs. After striking out the first two batters, Alcantara issues a walk, and it brings up Mike Tauschman. 2 outs, 1 man on, 1-2 count to Tauschman. Lined into the gap in left center field. That's going to go all the way to the wall. Archer rounding second, heading for third. He is going to stop at third. Tauschman has a 2-out double. And so the Cubs, looking to add to this lead in the top of the fourth. 2-out base hit brings up Xander Bogaerts. 2 runners in scoring position. Bogaerts working with a 1-2 count and a swing and a miss for strike 3. So the Cubs strand 2. We go to the bottom of the fourth of a 4-0 ball game. Archer working to Raimel Tapia in the bottom of the fourth. Here's a 1-1 count, and Archer with the pitch. Grounder toward first, picked up, steps on the base, and Santana makes the out, 3 unassisted. Anderson now the batter, 1 out, nobody on. Here's a 1-1 pitch, and Anderson waiting. Popped up to left. Coming in and making the play is Tyler O'Neill for out number 2. Diaz now the batter, 2 outs, nobody on. 1-2 count, Archer waiting, and here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Archer got him with the circle change. Miami is set down in order in the fourth. We go to the top of the 5th inning of a 4-0 ball game. Tyler O'Neill going to face off against Alcantara here in the top of the 5th. Here is the first pitch to Tyler O'Neill, and he pops that one up to right center field. A long run, but the center fielder making the catch just in front of the warning track for out number 1. Chris Bryant now the batter. He had a home run his last time up. He is 1 for 1 on the day with 2 RBIs. Facing off against Alcantara, here's a 2-2 count, and Bryant slaps that one on the ground. The throw goes over to first, and he is retired 6-3 for the second out of the inning. Wilson Ramos now the batter. 2 outs, nobody on. Ramos waiting for the 3-1 pitch. And that's a liner up the middle. That's going to be a 2-out base hit for Wilson Ramos. 3-1 pitch. It was a fastball that got left over the middle of the plate. And now Asdrubal Cabrera is going to be the batter. The switch hitting Cabrera steps in from the left side against the righty Alcantara. 2 outs, 1 man on, 1-2 count. And a swing and a miss for strike 3 with a slider. Alcantara gets his 4th strikeout of the game. We go to the bottom of the 5th of a 4-0 Cub lead. Chris Archer coming out. He is going to work against Garrett Cooper here in the bottom of the 5th. Here's an 0-2 count. Archer looking for the sign and the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. He got him with a high heater there at 96. Archer now has his 4th strikeout of the game, and he's going to face Lewis Brinson with 1 out, nobody on. Archer working, first pitch. Popped up on the infield. Bogaerts coming in. Calls for it, and the pitcher Archer actually waves him off and makes the catch for out number 2. So Jazz Chisholm now is the batter with 2 outs and nobody on. Here's a 2-0 count, and Archer with the pitch. Liner into left field. Coming in fast is Tyler O'Neill, but he plays it on a hop. That's going to be a 2-out single for Jazz Chisholm, and it'll bring up Jorge Alfaro. 2 outs, 1 man on, One strike pitch from Archer. Grounder towards short. Bogarts has it. Throws to second, and that'll retire the side. So the fielder's choice ends the inning. We go to the top of the 6th of a 4-0 Cub lead. And now a new relief pitcher is going to come in for the Marlins. This is going to be Jose Urena. He has thrown 124 2/3 innings on the season, 42 walks, 87 strikeouts, and a 4.40 ERA. He will face Bradley Santana and Archer here in the top of the 6th inning. 1-2 count. Urena looking for the sign, and here's the pitch. Lined into straightaway center field, going back, that is deep. The park is going to hold it, though, as the catch is made on the warning track for out number 1. So Bradley certainly gave that one a ride, and now Danny Santana's the batter. 1 out, nobody on. 2-2 count to Danny Santana. Grounder towards short. Picked up, thrown over to first, and that is out number 2. Archer now batting. 2 outs, nobody on. Urena facing Archer with a full count. And the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. He chased a changeup outside the zone. But that ends the Cubs inning. The Cubs go down in order in the 6th. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning of a 4-0 ball game. Archer coming out to work on the quality start here in the bottom of the 6th inning. He's going to face a pinch hitter, Harold Ramirez, for the pitcher's spot, leading off in the 6th. Here's a 2-2 count, and Archer is working. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Archer gets him with the circle change, and that is strikeout number 5 on the day for Chris Archer. Bringing up Monte Harrison. 1 out, nobody on, 1 strike count, and the pitch from Archer. Grounder up the middle, Bogarts stabs it. He picks it up, and he loses it. He loses it when he tries to pick it up, and that will be an infield hit apparently for Harrison. They're saying he was going to beat that out anyway. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I guess Bogarts doesn't get credit with the error, so he's not going to complain. All right, so Tapia is the batter. Comes up with 1 out, 1 man on. Here's the first pitch from Archer. Liner right back at Archer. He jumps up and grabs it. That is out number 2, as Harrison dives back to first to avoid the double play. Anderson now the batter. 2 outs, 1 man on. First pitch from Archer, and he's going. The throw does not go down to second. Ramos holds the ball rather than trying to throw out the base runner. That's the 14th steal of the season for Monte Harrison. And now Anderson is batting with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. Here's a 1-2 count, and Archer with the pitch. Popped up. Center field. Bradley coming over. Makes the catch for out number 3. So the Marlins do not score. They strand a runner. We go to the top of the 7th of a 4-0 ball game. The new Marlin pitcher is going to be Yimi Garcia. He has thrown 62 2/3 in the season, 9 walks, 62 strikeouts, and a 3.30 ERA. He is going to face Tauschman, and then the top of the Cub lineup here in the top of the 7th inning. 1-2 count. Tauschman waiting for the pitch from Garcia. Looking for the sign. And here it comes. Popped up. Right center field. Heading over is the center fielder Harrison, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Bogarts is the next batter. 1 out, nobody on. 1 ball count, and Bogarts waiting for the pitch. Popped up center field again, this time deep, but looks like there's going to be room, and Harrison makes the catch this time just a step short of the warning track for out number 2. Tyler O'Neill now, 2 outs, nobody on base. Garcia working, 2-2 count. And that is strike 3 called, the changeup, and Tyler O'Neill has struck out 100 times on the season. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning is a 4-0 Cub lead. Chris Archer coming out to pitch in the bottom of the 7th. He's going to face Diaz, Cooper, and Brinson in the Marlins lineup. 1-1 count, Archer with the pitch. Popped up on the infield. First baseman Santana calls for it, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Cooper now the batter. 1 out, nobody on. Here is the first pitch to Cooper. Lined straight away center field. Deep and gone. Bradley just turns around and watches it go 448 feet out to left center field. So the score is now 4-1 in favor of the Cubs. The Marlins get their first run of the ball game, and Lewis Brinson is the next batter. 1 out, nobody on base. Archer working to Brinson. Straightaway center field. High fly ball. Going back to the warning track and making the catch in front of the wall is Bradley. This time he had enough room and he caught it for out number 2. Jazz Chisholm is the next batter. 2 outs, nobody on base. 2-2 count. Archer working with the pitch. Liner at Santana at first. That is going to end the inning. Santana reaches up and squeezes that one for the 3rd out. We go to the top of the 8th. It is a 4-1 Cub lead. Chris Bryant coming up against Yimi Garcia here in the top of the 8th inning. 3-0 count. Bryant waiting for the pitch. That is high. It is ball 4, and Bryant heads down to first. Ramos now the batter. Nobody out. Runner on first. 1 strike count and the pitch, and that is hit a ton. Straightaway center field. Ramos clears the wall. That is long gone. 472 feet to straightaway center field. And now the Cubs have a 6-1 lead. Wilson Ramos with the 2-run monster shot. And that is home run number 13 for him on the season. Cabrera now batting. Nobody out. Bases empty. 2 runs already in the top of the 8th inning. Garcia working with a 1-2 count. And that's popped up to left field. It's deep, but it looks playable. And on the warning track, it is caught for out number 1. Garcia now working to Bradley with 1 out. Nobody on base. 1-1 count. And that's a pop up to center. Coming in fast is the center fielder Harrison, and he makes the catch for out number 2. Santana now batting. 2 outs, nobody on. 2-2 count to Danny Santana. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 called on the outside corner, and that will end the inning. The Cubs do score twice on the mammoth home run off the bat of Wilson Ramos. We go to the bottom of the 8th of a 6-1 ball game. Archer coming out to work the 8th frame of this ball game. He's going to face Alfaro, the pitcher's spot, and then Harrison in this inning. Here's a full count, and Archer with the pitch. Liner up the middle. That's going to be a single for the batter, Alfaro. Alfaro was the batter. Cabrera, second baseman, was trying to make the play but could not get there. And now Corey Dickerson is going to be the pinch hitter. The lefty Dickerson steps in against the righty Archer in the bottom of the 8th inning with nobody out and runner on first. Here's a 2-2 count, and Archer with the pitch. Popped up left field. Tyler O'Neill heading over to his left makes the catch for out number 1. Monte Harrison now the batter. 1 out, 1 man on. Here's an 0-2 count, and Archer working to Harrison. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Got him with the high heat. 96 on that pitch. And Archer has still got it here in the bottom of the 8th inning. However, that is the last batter he is going to face, as Junior Fernandez is going to come in to protect the 5-run lead. He comes in with 2 outs and a runner on first. Archer giving the Cubs bullpen a much-needed respite today. And now Fernandez facing Tapia. 2 outs, runner on first. Fernandez, here is the pitch. Lined into right field. Hayward has a long run, and he plays it on the hop. The throw goes to third. The runner goes to third. The slide, and he is safe. That's Tauschman out in right today, folks, not Hayward. So Tauschman plays it on the hop. That is going to be a single for Tapia, and it'll bring up Brian Anderson. 2 outs, runners on the corners. Anderson facing Fernandez with a 1-strike count and the pitch. Hit hard, deep right center field. Is that going to be gone? Yes, it is. Brian Anderson has just hit a 3-run home run. And now the Marlins have just cut this down to a 6-4 Cub lead. So that is Fernandez giving up the 3-run homer, And now Isan Diaz is the next batter. 2 outs, nobody on. 2-1 count. Fernandez working. Popped up. Right center field. Tauschman coming over to his right, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So the inning ends. The Cubs give up 3. We go to the top of the 9th of a 6-4 ball game. Stanek is going to face Jay Bruce here in the top of the 9th. So the pitching change brings in Ryan Stanek. 53 and a third innings, 27 walks, 48 strikeouts, and a 2.36 ERA. Stanek is facing the pinch hitter Jay Bruce, who is pinch hitting for the pitcher's spot for the Cubs in the top of the 9th inning. Here's a full count, and Bruce waiting for the payoff pitch. Stanek looking for the sign, and here it comes. Liner right at the second baseman. That is out number 1. Bruce hit that one right on the nose, but directly at the second baseman. And now Mike Tauschman is going to bat. 1 out, nobody on. 1-2 count to Mike Tauschman. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and Tauschman is set down with the split-fingered fastball. Stanek now facing Xander Bogaerts. 2 outs, nobody on. Top of the 9th inning. 2-2 count. And Bogaerts pops it up to right. That'll be playable, and it is caught for out number 3. So the Cubs do not score. We go to the bottom of the 9th with a 6-4 Cub lead, and Edwin Diaz is going to be the reliever of choice here in the bottom of the 9th. Diaz looking to close this out and earn the save. He is going to face Cooper, Brinson, and Chisholm in the bottom of the 9th. Here's the first pitch from Diaz as he looks for the sign. 24 saves on the season. Facing off with Garrett Cooper. Here's the pitch. Hit hard, deep left field. I believe that is going to be a home run. And Diaz gives up a leadoff home run 391 feet down the left field line, and the Marlins have made this a 1-run ball game. Diaz facing Brinson now, bottom of the 9th. Excuse me. Nobody out, nobody on. 0-2 count. Diaz with the pitch. Strike 3 called. Got him with a fastball at 99. So Diaz gets the first out of the inning, and now he's going to face Chisholm. 1 out, nobody on. 2-2 count. Diaz with the pitch. Lined into center field. Long run for Bradley. He dives, and he makes the catch for out number 2. Bradley with a spectacular defensive effort makes the second out of the inning, and now Jorge Alfaro will be the batter. 2 outs, nobody on base. Full count pitch from Edwin Diaz. Popped up right field. Tauschman chasing, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So despite some late inning heroics by the Marlins, the Cubs do hang on to win. Cubs getting 6 runs on 7 hits with no errors. The Marlins getting 5 runs on 10 hits with no errors. The Cubs improving to 63 and 69, while the Marlins fall to 52 and 81. The Cubs' Chris Archer gets the win. He is 9 and 11 now on the season. He went 7 2/3, 7 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 6 strikeouts, and a home run allowed. Diaz gets his 5th save as a Cub, throwing the 9th, allowing the solo home run, but then retiring the next 3 batters. Miguel Rojas of the Marlins was injured, and he is out, but we do not know his status. And the player of the game today is the Cubs' Chris Bryant. He went 1 for 2, scored 3 times, drove in 2, and drew 2 walks. Also hitting his 23rd home run of the season. So, the Cubs improved to 63 and 69, and thank you for watching Replacement Player Baseball.